Does height matter?
Of course it does.
Step on the scale.
I'm not going on a scale. You should love a girl for who they are.
You should love a guy for who they are, regardless of height.
That's true.
So take it back then.
And I'm not taking it back, but
And step on the scale.
No.
You're being a coward.
Weight, you're ridiculous. And
If you care about height, you're ridiculous.
Alright, so double standards. In my opinion, when it comes to double standards in society, there are three groups of people. The first group being people who indulge in these double standards but have no clue that it's a double standard. For example, feminists on the internet. The second group of people are people who understand these double standards from both sides and try not to indulge in them and try to be fair as possible. I would say that I fall in this category. And watch that come back to haunt me. And the last group of people being people who understand these double standards and indulge in them because it benefits them. For example, feminists on the internet and red pill niggas. In society, there are a lot of double standards, mainly against men and women, that I would argue that have potentially ruined society. So without further ado, let's talk about these double standards. Alright, forced marriage equals good, forced sex equals bad. What does this mean exactly? Before I explain that, I just want to say that I am comparing these two because people say that women want relationships and marriages and men want sex. So there you have it. Now, when I say forced marriage, I'm not talking about arranged marriages. I'm talking about when a woman is trying to force you to marry her. If you have never heard this before, here is an example of that.
This is Derek, everybody, the boyfriend that I've been dating for 6 years and he still hasn't proposed. Anyways, Derek, why haven't you proposed to me yet? Do you have plans to propose to me?
Yeah, one day, hopefully.
Can we be a little serious? Come on, you're not hangry anymore. You just ate.
You would be surprised of how common this mindset is among women. This is not an internet only thing. This is very common in real life as well. The amount of times I've heard a woman say to her boyfriend, oh, if you don't marry me, then we're done. So-and-so have been together for a shorter amount of time than us. So why haven't you proposed? Why don't you be a real man and show me you're truly committed? I'm over here like, God damn, let a man breathe. It makes me wonder, why do they have this mindset where a man has to marry them? And then I remember why. And that's because all women are queens. They deserve the cream of the crop. Men should kiss the ground you walk on, queen. Cap. Oh God, here come the incel comments. Now let's transition to forced sex equals bad. Now when I say this, I am not saying that we should normalize forcing sex onto women. I swear to God, I'm not an incel. I think. But in all seriousness though, all of us men know that forcing ourselves onto a woman is a bad thing. Let me rephrase that. Most of us men know that forcing ourselves onto a woman is a bad thing, but other men are willing to pay $1 million to get some.
You know, 1.5 million. That's a lot of money, dog. It's a lot of money.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
But most of us know that forcing ourselves onto a woman is a bad thing and has consequences that you cannot come back from. We're talking about jail time, society always having a negative view about you, etc. If you force yourself onto a woman, even prisoners won't like you. Prisoners will walk up to you and be like,
do that shit to me then, nigga. Do that shit to me.
The only way to get out of these negative consequences is by being attractive, which is crazy if you think about it. I feel like somebody is going to find a way to misconstrue this. So I'll say this. To me, both of these are bad. But it's crazy to me how, if a man were to try to persuade or force a woman to smash, then it's a very bad thing to do, which it is, by the way. But on the other hand, it is completely okay for a woman to try to persuade/force a man to marry her, especially since, unfortunately, nowadays, marriage is a risk because on average, you will only be married for 7 to 8 years, and there's a 43% chance you'll get a divorce. 70% of the time, the woman initiates the divorce. And nowadays, women are posting videos on TikTok implying that they divorced their husband because they were bored. Crazy. All of this is public knowledge to men now, and knowing this makes a lot of us uncomfortable when it comes to getting married. We allow the behavior of trying to make someone do something they are not comfortable with. But if a man says to a girl, hey, you trying to get in the back seat with me? Get in the back seat for what? I'm trying to smash, you know what I'm saying? You looking good right now. I don't know about that. Do you have protection? Protection? Baby girl, there's no monsters back here. I mean, do you have a condom? A condom? Nah, I don't have those. Then we can't smash then. Nah, we can. You see, I have to tell you something. What? You see, my balls don't work. Your balls don't work? Yeah, you see, I went to the doctors. Yeah, they told me that I can't have kids. And I always dreamed about being a father. So every time I smash a girl, I don't use a condom because it makes me feel like I can become a father one day. I don't know about that. Just trust me.
Few inches later.
Balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick.
Hey, yo, I knew a girl who fell for the my balls don't work line, and now she's a single mother. And after she became a single mother, she tried to file a rape case on him. So, in my opinion, both of these are bad. One could lead to potentially a lifelong of hell, or potentially losing half of your stuff, and one could lead to trauma and an unwanted pregnancy. So the moral of the story is to stop forcing people to do things they are uncomfortable with. Yes, body shaming. Body shaming has become a popular term over the past few years, mainly because society wanted to get rid of the negative stereotypes when it comes to a person's body. But like I have explained in a previous video, and I will explain again in a future video, body shaming still exists, and there is a double standard when it comes to body shaming. The double standard goes like this: men can body shame men, men cannot body shame women. Women can body shame men, women cannot body shame women publicly. And last but not least, the group of people that have the ultimate pass to body shame is fat women.
What did you say, nigga? Like I give a fuck what you think.
I swear, fat women not only have the ultimate pass to body shame everybody, but they also have an extra layer of protection from society if you try to body shame them, even though they already have an extra layer of protection. But I swear, fat women can say things like trying to Bluetooth 60 pounds to the skinny girl who keeps calling herself big backed for eating food. And if you try to call out this behavior, then they will just Bluetooth you 5 more pounds. It's crazy how society really lets them get away with this. And this is not just an internet thing. This happens in real life as well. I'm pretty sure most people have been body shamed at some point in their life, especially if you are skinny or fat. Now, as a skinny man myself, I just want to say that body shaming is not just strictly towards fat people. Us skinny niggas get roasted to hell for being skinny. I'm not going to talk too much about it now because I want to save that for another video. But what I will say is that I was called anorexic before. I have been compared to SpongeBob flexing, and people just laugh at me for how skinny I am. But if I were to call a fat woman a land whale or tell her she looks like she belongs on TLC, then people will defend her. And I'm over here like, what the fuck? What's with the double standard? You know what I'm saying? And it gets even worse when people body shame you for something you can't control. When it comes to men, we will get body shamed for 2 things we can't control, and those 2 things being our height and dick size. I've already talked about how men get made fun of for their height and how women would refuse to date a short guy in a previous video. I know this from being a former short king myself. So let's talk about dick size.
Pause.
Us men get body shamed for our dick sizes really for no reason. And I say that because for most of us, and I know this from my own personal experience as well, that women and men will make fun of us for having a small dick, even though they have never seen it before. They just assume because of dumb correlations like, oh, you got small feet, so you know what that means. Small feet, small meat. Damn, nigga, you short as hell. You got small dick, don't you? I'm over here like, god damn. If you want to find out, why don't you get on your knees and just... But no, they just wanted to roast me for no reason. I might as well share this story with you guys of a woman thinking I had a small meat. So here you go. I was a freshman in high school, standing at a whopping 4'10". It was nearing the end of the period. We were in science class, and you know every science class has a lab station with computers. So I was sitting at one of them, about to play some cool math, and there were these 2 girls sitting behind me, and that's when it happened. Ooh, let me play some Raft Wars. I haven't played that game in a minute. Definitely one of my favorite games on here. Psst. Girl, look. Smokey got big feet. Huh? She thinks I have big feet. You already know what that means. She thinks I possess the BBC gene. If she thinks that, then that means that she wants me. Oh my goodness. After realizing why people were making fun of me a year ago, I thought this day would never come. I just can't believe that a Latina wants me. You know, she's not the baddest. She got some weight on her, but I'll be fine with looking at some stomach rolls while she taking my dick. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Smokey, it's time for you to shoot your shot. 3, 2, 1. Girl, no he don't. Girl, watch this. Hey Smokey, what shoe size do you wear? Oh, 7.5. See, girl, I told you he don't got big feet, so you already know what that means. Why did she just ruin my chances like that? All because of a stupid correlation that isn't real? I was about to finally be with somebody, and she cock-blocked me. I would have treated her friend so right. Who cares if my dick actually is small? I'm a nice guy. I would have been a great boyfriend. Why does this always have to happen to me?
You don't possess the BBC gene. That's why you're upset. No BBC equals anger.
Kind of crazy how things like this are very common, even if your meat isn't small. I remember back when I was a sophomore in high school, I had a female friend. You may remember her from this video. Pain. Literal pain. Nothing but pain. But I remember we were having a conversation, and she brings up this one guy that I knew that she was dating at the time. Pain. The literal pain. And she was like, yeah, he sent me a dick pic yesterday, and I was disappointed. Why were you disappointed? Because it's only like 5 inches, and that's small. 5 inches is average. No, that's too small. I need at least 6. Says too small, but only went up an inch. Like, bitch.
Is you dumb?
It's crazy how even average can be seen as a small meat, but the average breast size is seen as perfect. If you didn't know, apparently the average titty size is double D's, apparently. And I never heard a man be like, yo, I was at the bar last night, and I saw this Asian bitty giving me the look. And I was like, damn, she kinda bad though. And she was built different too. She had some titties on her. but they look like they were only double D's. And you know me, my girl needs to at least have some 30 G's. Like, bro, my dream is to have a woman with 30 G's. Having a girl with titties that big just makes me want to impregnate her immediately so I can just suck the milk out of those mommy milkers. Like, bro, those calcium cannons can feed a whole village. I just want to be like... You know the best part about having titties that big, bro? They got titty veins. I just want to nibble on them and blow into her nipples and see if they get bigger. I just want to be like...
Weird. Buddy? Fuck it. Like I was saying.
In my experience, I have never heard a man say he needed a girl to have 30 G's. By the way, if you don't know what 30 G's look like, here you go, my guy. Hey, I'm not going to lie to y'all. 30 G's though?
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me!
I need
Give it to me! Just give it!
Just shut up. Shut up, nigga. You sound weird to me. You're weird. You're a weirdo.
I'm very sorry, and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck.
She kind of bad though. I would bounce those things like Sugar Ray Leonard.
Ooh, them titties need to be sucked on.
When it comes to this topic, I believe that us men have to know the ins and outs of a pussy. Women always be like, men don't know where the clit is. I mean, you could just point to where it is. If you have never heard a woman say that before, here's a clip of that.
First of all, y'all be licking the hole and not the clit. What is you doing down there?
Now, like I said before, I believe that we have to know about most, if not every part of a pussy. Like, we have to know about the inner lips, the outer lips, the clit, the Bartholin's gland. What the fuck is that? Anyways, we have to know this for women's pleasure, which I do not have a problem with. But in my opinion, I believe that women aren't held to the same standard when it comes to the knowledge of a dick. I already know some women are about to be like, oh, well, y'all only got a tip and a shaft, so does it really matter? Chill, my guy. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the difference between growers and showers. I swear I have never met a woman who knew the difference. It's crazy how they think that if you're small on soft, then you're small on hard. Like, no, all of us have to go from freezer first form to golden freezer. But unfortunately, they see you on soft and have this reaction.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I thought this was the baby's room. I'm really sorry.
I was in the pool!
And then you get hard and hit them in the face with it, and then they switch up and be like,
Oh God, it's so fucking big. Stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
I believe that women should know that there are dudes out here that go from 1 inch on soft to 6 inches on hard. That's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some niggas got a whole baby dick on soft as an adult. Now, do I think things will change?
Nope.
And since I believe that, I just hope that you're not a part of one of these 3 groups. If you're a grower, I hope you're not tall, black, or tall and black. I hope you're not tall because it's like, damn, I need a telescope to see your head in the sky, but I need a magnifying glass to see your dick. If you're black, oh man, women will think you're not the stereotype. And if you're tall and black, oh man, just go get the bleach, you're cooked. Alright, body count. Oh wow, a double standard that affects women? I'm such a feminist. Now, when it comes to body count, I do believe that we are getting away from this double standard, with more sane people not wanting to be with a partner who has a high body count. But I believe that this double standard still exists. The double standard is, whenever a man has a high body count, they are seen as cool. They have a sense of social proof that they can get women. But whenever a woman has a high body count, they are every slur word in the Bible. They are a failure to their father, and even their friends call them a whore behind their back. Now, why does this double standard exist? Well, one reason is because women are generally more lenient than men are when it comes to body count. That's what the studies say. So if a woman asks a man his body count, the conversation might go like this. So, what's your body count? Oh, I don't know. I think it's like 2,500. Oh, okay. A bit of an exaggeration. Well, not really, because that is a real life scenario on 90 Day Fiance, but in average terms, an exaggeration. But if a man were to ask a woman her body count and it was high, the conversation might go something like this. Damn, baby, you weren't lying when you said you would give me the Gok Gok 3000. Don't forget about the double-handed Guk Guk too. Did you really not believe me? Nah, I didn't. You look too innocent. Innocent. I've been around the block a few times. How many times? Like 3, 4? More like 70. Oh, okay, cool. Wait, did you just say
70?
Now, why do men have this reaction? Well, it's because a wise man once said, a lock that can be opened by any key is a bad lock, but a key that can open any lock is a great key. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just following the rules. It's not my fault society created this double standard. It's not my fault when a woman sees a thirst trap of a man, they're like, he he looks like a fuckboy, but I can fix him. And when men see a photo of a woman at a rave, they're like, I'll put her on the fun side only. Now, why is that? Well, I'm not going to say it, but I'll let The Rock say it.
You dress like a hooker. Not the expensive kind.
Alright, dating as a single parent. This is yet again another double standard that affects women. And since it affects women, I am going to spend only a little amount of time on this.
You need to leave.
I'm joking. Not really. So when it comes to this double standard, I've heard women ask, why do men say, don't date single mothers but saying nothing about single fathers? And to answer your question, it's because of two things. One, we don't date men. And two, if we're being honest, women get soaked from men with kids. So I guess you could say it's women's fault.
Cancel that bitch.
I mean, I have heard multiple stories of men being out in public with their kid, and women would be more flirty and give them more engagement, while on the other hand, women with kids we avoid. And why is that, you ask? Well, you see, whenever us men see a woman with kids, we're like, damn, she really let another nigga bust a whole nut inside her. Do most men think this? I don't know, I just wanted to say that. But another reason men wouldn't date single mothers is because of all the single mothers on the internet. And if I had $1 for every time I heard a woman say, pay for my babysitter if you're taking me out on a date on the internet, I would be rich. And the amount of pregnant women on Tinder looking for a serious relationship after their baby daddy didn't want them, I'm just like, ugh. It makes us think all single mothers are like this. It's sad, to be honest. It makes a good one seem bad because the rest of them act so entitled. Alright, being homophobic. We should all know what homophobia is, so no need for me to explain that. For this topic, in my opinion, I believe that men are seen as more homophobic, whether it's the jokes we make about calling niggas gay for doing gay things, or any other reason you could think of. But if I had to say who was more homophobic, I would say women. Oh God, here they come again. Anyways, the reason why I think this is because women will use the gay card against men for some reason. They think it will hurt us for some reason. They think that calling us gay for no reason, or for being gay with the homies, is doing something. Like, is it really wrong to act gay with the homies? Can us men not make jokes about sucking each other's toes?
I can't co-sign that, big brother, but I ain't mad at you for what you do.
I mean, I would understand if women were calling us gay for things like this.
You know, I'm tired of getting the taste of them. I want the whole load.
Just boys being boys. Booty queen. Boys. Booty queen. Just boys being boys. Yeah. Never seen a grown man's booty queef? Booty queef. I never heard that. That's a jail anthem.
Now, if women were calling us gay for that, I would completely understand. But unfortunately, women call us gay for minuscule things. Like one time I was in middle school playing Pop Tropica. Do y'all remember those mini games they had where you could play with your friends? Like skydiving? Well, that's what me and one of my friends were doing. And a girl randomly walked up to us and said, oh, y'all cute. Bitch, what the fuck? We can't have a good time and play some Pop Tropica? To me, this makes no sense. But somehow it gets worse. I've heard dudes tell stories of women calling them gay for things like, oh, you have a clean house?
Nigga, you gay.
We've been on 2 dates and you haven't kissed me?
So you're a queer, aren't you?
Oh, you're too good in the bedroom, so you know what that means.
This nigga gay as hell.
You're a man and you don't want to sleep with me?
Why are you gay?
I'm over here like, goddamn, if I try to kiss a woman and she rejects me and I say, what are you, a lesbian? She would get pissed. But they're over here calling us gay, which is insane because some of them got gay friends and they're acting like this. And if you're a woman watching this and you're wondering, where am I getting this from? Because you have never seen or heard it before, or you don't do this yourself, I will gladly tell you where this comes from. What I've learned is that some women have learned this from their mothers in order to make men mad. So some women do this subconsciously and without even realizing it. And some women do it and they realize they did it for a stupid reason, like this woman, which might be the dumbest reason I have ever heard.
Okay, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night. And I'm like, are you gay?
Did she just call me gay? She said she didn't want to do anything on the first date. I did what she told me to do. And now she thinks I'm gay? Tell me, why? Just why?
I just wanted him to like try and then for me to be like, no. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to sleep with him. Now I feel ugly.
Is this motherfucking bitch serious?
You called him gay because you felt ugly? Man, man, oh man, nah, I can't. Alright, when it comes to starting conversations on dating apps, I think we all know that men are expected to make the first move. And my question is, why is that? You know, I thought we lived in a society of equality. Women should start making the first move more often, because we all know their success rate would be a lot higher than ours, but for some reason they don't. Now I will say this, there are some women who do message first, and there are some women who have the rule, whoever swiped last should message first. But just because they message first doesn't mean it's a good opener. A lot of women, when they message first, just say, hey, or hey handsome, and sometimes women send a period. No, not the blood that comes out of them. Punctuation period. Like legit, a period. Just a fucking period. It's like, damn, you can't look at a nigga's photos or bio and spark up a conversation instead of the boring hey or period. And before anybody says anything, I know most guys do the same boring hey as an opening message as well. I've seen it with my own eyes. But it's crazy to me when a woman has in her bio, don't be boring, then sends you a period. And to make things even worse, Bumble was the app where women were supposed to be in control and take charge and message first. But then Bumble realized women didn't like doing it. They made a new feature called Opening Move, where the man can now message first. Now tell me.
Hey, that's some bullshit.
Alright, misogyny versus misandry. When it comes to this topic, it's pretty obvious that one is more accepted in society than the other one. We all know that misandry is way more accepted than misogyny. And why is that? Because who likes men in this society? Who gives a flying fuck about us? If we are in a relationship with a woman, we're only useful 3 to 4 times a week.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week, and good for you guys. And then the rest of the time, I need a wife, because I've always said that everyone needs a wife.
A woman has a few bad experiences with men, and somehow all men are trash. And I'm over here like, bro, I'm right here. Like, yo, who want me? Oh.
Damn it!
The point is, I believe that if you don't say anything that doesn't put women in a positive light, you're a misogynist. Even if you are just trolling, like this Twitter account named PlayoffShade2. This is a straight up troll account, and one day he quote tweeted a picture of a model named Leah Halton and asked a variety of questions like, you on the cream team? Do it clap? Do it grip the meat? How many fingers you use? You suck the stank off the okay now. He had some other questions too, but I think it's clear he was trolling. But women didn't take it that way. They were quote tweeting screenshots like, me at the male suicide rate. Or they were like, I can't wait for the male loneliness epidemic to murk you all. Wow, bro really pulled off a successful troll. Sad how he got banned off of Twitter. But to me, it's crazy how women started spewing their toxic femininity and misandry, all because a man asked some simple questions. Simple questions. Nigga was wild for that, I can't lie to y'all. Now, when it comes to misogyny, we all know what that is. We all know that this is not accepted at all in society. Like I said earlier, if you don't shed women in a positive light, you're a misogynist. Now, me personally, I have some personal experience with this. Yes, I myself have been called a misogynist, or more specifically, I've been told that I hate women too much. If you are wondering what video got me called a misogynist, you're probably thinking it had to be one of my It's Looks Over Personality videos. I mean, that does make the most sense. Me calling women out for saying it's personality over looks, and sharing my personal experience or showing studies claiming otherwise. So it would make sense that I would be called a misogynist for not putting women in a positive light in these videos. But those weren't the videos where I was told I hate women too much. The video where that comment came from was my growing up ugly video. That's right, a video where I talk about getting made fun of my whole life. I get told I hate women too much. Now unfortunately, the nigga deleted the comment, but fortunately, I am a disability gang member and I can't see to save my life. So I have the screenshots. So after he said I hate women too much, I was genuinely confused. Then I had to ask him why. So after I asked him why, he responded with this. You cared about what every woman thought of you, even the ones you weren't interested in.
Huh? Is this nigga serious?
Yes, I hate women too much because I care about their opinions. Now tell me.
Hey, that's some bullshit.
Like, bro, I just told a story of me getting made fun of by women, and I get hit with the misogyny card. Like, what? Bro also said I hate women for being for the passport bro movement. I lost that screenshot. That would make sense if I said in the video, all Western women are terrible, not worth our precious time. But that's not what I said at all. All I said was this. But something I could do was go overseas. It's way easier over there. At least I have options. He also got on me for putting women on a pedestal, for caring about their opinions, and also got on me for calling the first 2 girls whores. Jokes, by the way. And also says in a comment, maybe I'm a little too Middle Eastern for this type of language, but how do you guys keep calling women slurs and then expect them to like you? Hey man, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but getting on me for saying whores, then saying you're not used to that type of language because you're too Middle Eastern. I don't know about y'all, but to me, that don't sit right with me, because I don't know what Middle Eastern men think about Instagram models and camels in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it's crazy how I got told that I hate women too much because I talked about being made fun of by them and didn't include enough stories of me getting made fun of by men. I guess it's just like a wise man once said.
It never ceases to amaze me people's uncanny ability to download your entire personality when you say something that they dislike or disagree with, especially when you're talking about women.
right? When it comes to dating, everybody takes age into account when choosing their partner. But there are a certain percentage of people who don't take age into account at all. But unfortunately, once again, there is a double standard that comes with this. You see, whenever an older man dates a younger woman, people will see that and be like, oh, I bet he's controlling her every move. Oh, she's being groomed and she doesn't even know it. Poor girl doesn't know how bad she's got it. Like, goddamn, why do you care about somebody else's relationship? But the real question is, why are you assuming things just based off of what you're seeing? You don't know that old ass nigga from a can of paint, and you automatically assume he's a groomer? It's gotten so bad to the point where they are taking these women, who are the age of consent by the way, consent away from them because they don't know any better. Crazy how women think so little of other women. Now, as we transition to the other side, where an older woman dates a younger man, nobody really bats an eye, unless you're Dre Michelle. Dre Michelle was getting cooked for dating Jalen Green, who was 22, which is the same age as her son. You know what? I think I was wrong about this. You know, maybe we are getting away from this double standard, and we're finally progressing to live in a society of equality. Oh. Yeah, I was really thinking that when that whole Dre Michelle and Jalen Green situation was going on. But then I remembered, TLC decided to make a show called MILF Manor. Yes, the Learning Channel. That's what TLC stands for if you didn't know. The Learning Channel has a show called MILF Manor. The show has had 2 seasons, and it's all about older women and younger men living in the same house trying to date each other. Whoa, TLC, I thought we were getting away from this. Why did you have to enforce it again? But maybe we are getting away from it, because this show has a 2.7 out of 5 star rating on Google. But somehow, the second season ended in 2024, and some of the reviews are from the first season. So what that tells me is that people didn't like this show to begin with, and TLC said, you know what, let's do another one. It seems to me that TLC is fine with this double standard, and since they are, why don't they let somebody like me on there? You know, they got some baddies on there like this woman. She kinda bad though. Shoot, she's 59. She's only a year away from being a gilf. That's even better. You know, a young man like me needs an experienced gilf, such as herself. So I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a gilf like her just does things to my brain. Now, if TLC wants to keep indulging in this double standard, then let me indulge in it too. I'll treat her right, you know what I'm saying? If she treats me right, oh, you already know. I'm paying for that vaginal rejuvenation. You feel me? You know, my mother told me to never bring an older woman back home, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If this woman is into me, oh, by all means, I will gladly dishonor my mother's wishes and bring her home.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, Dr. Umar, I was just joking. I would never dishonor my mother's wishes, especially for an old rice buddy. I was just making jokes.
Lord have mercy, another
Dr. Umar, please, you have to understand. This is a Vietnamese gilf, the baddest agent in the world. You can't blame me for being attracted to her. Please don't punish me.
I sentence you to 5,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
No, Dr. Umar, I didn't think about the lashes. Alright my guys, I know this video is long as hell, so I'm gonna make this short. Here's a tier list I made. We got 3 sections: ruined, the MTA standing for make the argument that it ruined society, but I wouldn't say it did, and water section, meaning that I just wanted to talk about it, and it didn't ruin society. I labeled each one from 1 to 8 in the order of each section. Now before I go, I just want to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers. To be honest, I didn't think I would make it this far, but thanks to y'all I did, and I've taken so long to get this video out. I'm now at 1.2 thousand, so I appreciate y'all for that. And with that being said, take it away, B-Dash.
Yes, goofy, suck my dick. But he shot, matter of fact, work a dog, he be green with the knob. So the caffeine and rap, you ain't spinning this block. Say my name in the truck, these bullets, they hot. How you gangsta and you tryna box? Get back for your man, say I caught him from shot. While you jacking my end, nigga, now my heart. Hop out, so bro, let's flop. Get it clicking, catch 33 shots, no fence. That nigga a wreck, yeah, I heard he was snitching. I feel like the Yankees, my bullets, they pitch. Have my oldest shots, and you know he ain't missing. Catch 25 shots, I ain't talking on Christmas. Spinning the out, so broke at the business. Like what? Like how? Gang, gang,